Buongiorno, everybody. So today I gave you a little warning. I put a little notice up as to what was going to come today. I told you to get your apples ready. We're going to make a little apple something. You know, it's fall. I've done lots of pumpkin-y things, and I'm going to have some more coming up closer to Thanksgiving. But today I wanted to do something apple. Now, due to the fact that yesterday was election day, I wanted to do something all American, and I was thinking about apple pie. But you know what? Saving that for closer to Thanksgiving. And we're going to do something else apple. So it's kind of Italian. But it's still good, and it will be really yummy, a nice little treat. It is something fried, but I'm thinking that I just at the last second thought, you know, we're going to try some baked. So I'm going to switch burners here because this one's my hot one. I wanted to get my oil hot. So let's move this burner because this is my big burner. Very carefully. I did this on a shallow pan so you could see. I hope you can, yeah, you can still see. So if I did it in my regular, you know, deeper pan, then you wouldn't be able to see it. And I want you to sort of kind of see. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to move all these things out of the way. I'm just going to work here in the middle. First thing we're going to do is take some apples. So there's a lot of different ways you could make an apple fritter, but this one is going to be really cute because they're going to be in rings. So first thing we're doing is taking whatever apples you want. It's good with a delicious apple. They're sweeter, they break down faster. It's good with a Granny Smith, and it's nice and tart. It'll probably be a little crisper. So it's up to you. Anything in between. These are, I actually have a whole mix of apples. I've got some Fujis and some Romes and some other ones. I always get a mix because that's the way I like it. All right, hold on. I need a knife. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got our apple peeled. So we're just gonna cut it in slices. Now, if you have a corer, you can core it first. Or if you don't, you can do it the way I'm gonna do it and use something else to core it, because I found my corer when I unpacked, I did. But I didn't put it away. So what I'm gonna do, I've got this piece, but I have one of my pastry tubes. You can use anything, and I'm just gonna cut the little middle out. So same thing. And this is one of those ones that, see, so now I've got this cute little apple thing with a hole in the middle. This one says it's a certified organic Jonah Gold, whatever. So I like peeling better with a knife than a peeler. I don't know why. I don't know, I find it more fun if you've got a good knife, that is. If you don't have a good knife, forget about it. And if there's a little, you know, little teeny brown spots on here or anything, it doesn't matter. It's gonna get, you know, buried in the batter. If you're making a bunch of these at one time, then ideally what you want to do is put these babies in a dish like this. Let me put this aside. I've got a little dish here. And you would cover them with some lemon juice so they don't turn totally brown. This one has a tougher core. See, some people are like, I can't do that. I don't have those tools. You know, sometimes tools are whatever you turn them into, make them be, you know. There are some tools you need to have. You don't really need an apple core. It's a single-use item that you're only going to use to core an apple. So how often are you going to do that? If it's something you're going to do often, it's worth having. If not, make do with something else. Or the other option is you just take the little knife and core it out yourself. Okay, so sometimes it breaks, but that's okay. You can still do the little pieces. But anyway, point is, this is a pastry tube. It's not a cannoli tube. This is a more of a cone one. But I do have cannoli tubes too, but they're a little bigger. This one was actually perfect size. Okay. So if you're gonna do it the way you would do it if you're gonna do a bunch of them, you take this, and squeeze some lemon juice over them. Good thing I saved one lemon for when I made all my ice cubes the other day. This one was still fresh. Okay, so got a little lemon on there. Keeps them from turning too brown. Oh, my oven's ready. Because I had an idea. Depending on how thick we make the batter, we could also bake some. But we're gonna fry these first couple just because this is the traditional way to do it. You know, these little pieces of apple are just staring at me. Okay, so what we need right now is 2 eggs. And then we're going to whisk them up. Just so that they're mixed. And we've got about 3/4 of a cup of milk, which is about, I forget. Let's see, what is that? About almost 200 milliliters. And you can adjust this slightly. I know I'm a little off to the side here, but I want to be able to. So now we've got about a cup of flour, and we're just going to put in a teaspoon. Oops. You know, I'm just going to use the edge of the knife. If that's too much, because I know about what a teaspoon is. That was a little late. Okay. Yeah, I'm cheating. So we're just going to stir that together a little bit, and we're going to mix it together with our eggs and milk. A little bit of batter. Basically what we're doing is making a thin batter. So I'll compare it to pancake batter. Probably close to a pancake batter mix. Maybe a smidge thinner than a pancake batter. Because you want it to be thick enough that it's going to stick, and thin enough that it's not too thick. You know, thin. Doesn't that make sense? Okay. Take our little tongs. So what we're going to do now, this is where you can make it your own. This is plain. We're going to do one plain one right now. We're going to take an apple slice. We're going to put it in here, both sides. Very simple. And we're going to drop it in the oil. Now, you can also add a little vanilla to this. You can add some cinnamon and nutmeg to, that was dumb, put that in the batter. I'm going to use my little Italian tongs. And real quick, turn that over. Oh my God, they're so cute. Now what we're going to do real quick is get a dish. And we're going to, well, hold on, I don't want to burn this one. Look at this thing. It is perfect. Golden, and it's in a little ring, got a little bubble on it. Let me stick that on the plate. But let me get, I'm going to put something on here to soak them. Just actually, because the oil's nice and hot, this doesn't look greasy at all. So, I'm going to do a couple more of the plain. Just enough batter. There we go. If you can get your hands on these skinny tongs, they're like giant tweezers. They're excellent for this kind of stuff. They're a little bit more precise. I love my regular tongs. I like the short ones and the long ones, but these are really good for being a little bit more, you know, less chance of stuff splattering places. Oh, these are so cute. So these are called Fritelle di Mele, little fritters of apple fritters. But they're apple, but I love them in the ring. Look how cute these are. Oh my gosh. I think they would actually be better on a string so that they can dry. I'm going to stick them right in front of me here. I don't think I'm going to stick the plate under it to catch any drips. There we go. And then what we're going to do is once we're done here, we're going to sprinkle them with powdered sugar. I mean, not powdered sugar, I'm sorry, cinnamon sugar. So let's do a few more of these. So I'm doing this batch plain, just the batter. And in Italy, they tend to do a lot of things very simple like this. But you can put, like I said, you could put cinnamon in the batter, or you can put it on top. You can put a little nutmeg in it, put a little vanilla in it. But they really tend to not overpower too many flavors at once and tend to just make things very simple. I'd rather put a little bit of cinnamon sugar sprinkled on the top than, you know, it being inundated from the inside. I love cinnamon, but these sometimes like this are really, really nice. Isn't this easy though? Seriously. You could even do this and treat them as pancakes if you wanted to syrup them or whatever, you know. Now, I didn't add any salt to the batter. I probably should have. Let me see. I meant to add a little salt to the batter. It's still fine. I'll just add it in now. So I don't want you to think I'm forgetting things all the time. Just sometimes. But, you know, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know, if you are not the perfect chef, it doesn't matter. Making it with love. So, oh, isn't that sizzle is so nice? All right, so let's take these two while those ones are finishing up. So these are, you know, nice and dry. Now, if you want to store these, so they're slightly, you know, they're a little crisp on the outside, but they're still like a soft little, cute little fritter here. And, you know, you can make them crispier just by cooking them an extra minute. Cooking these nice. I'm going to make these ones a little darker. Oh. But I will tell you this, it's better doing it in a deep pan. It doesn't splatter as much. But I wanted you to be able to see, isn't that cute? And so now I have a little teeny bit of sugar here with a little cinnamon on top. So I'm just gonna take my little salt spoon, a little spoon, and you can do this with a shaker, or you can just kind of do it like this. If you're gonna put the sugar on them, it is best to do it as soon as they come out of the oil while they're still a little wet, like these ones are here, so it sticks a little better. There we go. And then it'll kind of melt on them because they're hot. But there we go. Aren't they cute? I don't know if you can kind of see there. With a little platter of little apple Fritelle di Mele. Let's try one. Oh my God. It's like a little, it's almost like a little apple tart. It's got a little crust, but it's a softer crust, but the apple is a little soft on the outside with just a little, you know, firmness on the middle of it, but like no crunch. Now, you can also put cinnamon sugar or just cinnamon on the apple first and then put it in the batter. That would be good too. But I wanted to tell you what these were like, how these tasted plain. So simple, so good, perfect for the kids. You don't have to put any sugar on them at all. Because it's got apple, which is sweet. But all of a sudden, you're eating a piece of fruit with just a little teeny skinny batter on it. Look how skinny the batter is. Get more fruit. You know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And we need all the good healthy stuff we can get right now. Yum. Glass of chocolate milk, or a glass of plain milk, or cappuccino. Yep. It's always fun when you get the last piece when the fruit slips out the middle. So anyway, so very, very simple. Little bit of flour, little bit of milk, little bit of eggs. Let's see, 2 eggs, about 3/4 cup of milk, a pinch of salt, about a cup of flour, and a teaspoon of baking powder. And you make a little batter, and you throw those apple slices in there, and boom, easy peasy little dessert, snack, breakfast, whatever you want it to be. Treat for the kids, treat for yourself, because I'm really liking these, and they're so easy. You know, if you ever have extra pancake batter in the morning and everybody's eating and you still have some batter and you didn't make it because you're like, everybody's full, and you like, instead of throwing the batter away, throw a couple slices of fruit in it and then fry them up like this, and then they'll be nice and easy to pick up later, and it's not just another pancake, it's a little fruit cake. Haha, it's a fruit cake. Okay, anyway, let's go chat. So anyway, where was I? So anyway, I do want to tell everybody that we got a couple things going on. So I think I've mentioned before, but I'm going to mention it again. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be doing a 5-day kitchen challenge. So don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'm going to come up with a cool name for it. We're going to come on every day and do a little thing separate from my show. We're going to do this little challenge, and I'm going to encourage you guys and challenge you guys to get your kitchens ready to do the kind of cooking you need to do for the holidays and just for the rest of your life. Easiest way to get your family to the table is to have your kitchen ready to roll. Secondly, I'm going to be doing an online live Pampered Chef party to share with you some of the products that I use. I don't show you the crap I don't like. And there's stuff I don't like, but there's a lot of it I do. My whole kitchen, a lot of my favorite tools are Pampered Chef. And so, you know, a couple of years ago, someone's like, you're always selling it, but you don't sell it. You should sell it. And I'm like, yeah. But you know what? I love being able to offer people good products. And so I did it. But I don't do it all the time. It's not something I'm, you know, I try not to be pushy about things. But if you're interested in some of the tools that I use in my kitchen, everything from my chopper to my knives to some of my pans to my some of my other utensils and tools to, let's see what else, gosh, everything. My batter bowl, my, just lots of things. And then some of my stoneware. So, you know, I just really want to share some of those things with you. So I'll announce that. Watch on my page. It's going to be in the next couple of days. So be prepared and, you know, come and join me, because I'm not only going to show you my Pampered Chef stuff, I will show you some stuff to do with it. So it'll be some tips and tricks for your kitchen. So anyway, you know, we are now in November. I'm not talking about yesterday because it's whatever. What I wanted to share, though, was that last week I was interviewed by the Gazzetta dello Mezzogiorno, which is a very huge newspaper. It's like the newspaper of Southern Italy. And they were interviewing people from Puglia, which is my region, that are here in the United States, and what they thought about the election. So, of course, I told them, I'm not telling you who I'm voting for, but I will tell you this. It has caused big problems. Our sides are way too divided. When I was a kid, the middle was here and right and left was on either side of middle. It wasn't a big deal. It was a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little give and take. Now it's, you know, over here and over here. And we don't need this dissension, people. I don't care. The people who follow me, I know, are from both sides of the spectrum. And I respect all of you. We all have reasons for believing what we believe and following and chasing the dreams of our life and our families. You're going to do what's best for you and your family, and I'm going to do the best what's best for my family, me and my family. So please, if there's people you know who are abrasive about things, not nice to other people, critical, of calling an entire party a bunch of idiots because you're a Republican, you're this, or because you're a Democrat, you're that. It's not the case. I don't think all of one side is racist. I don't think all of one side is, whatever else everybody calls. I don't even know. I don't watch television. I don't have regular TV. I watch Netflix and I binge my shows that I like and that make me happy. Oh, you gotta watch The Good Witch. Oh, it's so cute. Even my husband liked it. It's a Hallmark show that is now on Netflix, and I'm telling you, it's the cutest story. And even Pat liked it. So if Pasquale likes a Hallmarky thing, it's not a bad show. So anyway, it's kind of soap opera-ish. There's five seasons on Netflix, but I think there's up to season 6 or 7 now. But even in that show, it's like it just shows a lot of love, a lot of consideration. I love the calm with which the lead character, Cassie, everybody that says something, and it can be something almost against her or against people she knows and likes, and she just sits there because she knows it's all going to pan out. So she just sits there and gets this little thoughtful look on her face and lets things happen, and they always fall into place. Maybe it's a little magic, and maybe it's just a little kind understanding that let's not always stir the pot, because then we get the burn taste in the whole pot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes saying less is more. We just need to show love to everybody. And, by nature, humans are judgmental. But you know what? It's really, what does it get you? It gets you nothing. Gets you nowhere. Anger gets you nowhere. Has no value whatsoever. So let's, next time you hear somebody being obnoxious, pull them aside, say, hey, you know what? Let's just not talk about this right now. Or, I respect you. Why don't you respect me? Let's just agree to disagree. Whatever words you want to use, but use some nice ones. I had a friend one time post a comment under one of my Facebook posts that my post was not political at all, but for some reason she was able to take some slant on it and posted something, a political-ish leaning comment. I'm not going to say which side or the other, but all of a sudden I get a message from another friend who's the opposite end of the spectrum. How can you be friends with someone like that? And all I wanted to say was, but I'm friends with you, and nobody knows where I stand. So if I can have friends on both sides who are opposing, why can't other people respect the fact that you have different friends? And there's always something good in everybody. So anyway, so instead of causing problems, pull out a deck of cards and learn how to play. I was going through a box and I found a couple bags of playing cards that needed to be matched because they were all mixed up. So I found 2 decks of my Italian cards. And so what I wanted to encourage everybody to do is to, in your heritage, whatever it might be, find some game that is typical of there. Like I know in Greece they play a lot of dominoes, I think, what I've been told. In Italy we play a lot of these Italian cards. They're cool, they got all these cool pictures on them. Oh, look at that, I've got 2 kings. Maybe that means something. I'll win a poker game. There's only 40 cards in a deck of Italian cards. And there's different pictures for different, so these are Neapolitan, there's Sicilian ones, and there's other ones from other parts of Italy. They're all similar. They have, that's a 4, that's a 4 of clubs. They don't have the same coats that we have. There's a 6 of cups. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But anyway, so basically you're just counting. The only difference is that the single guy standing is an 8. The guy on horseback is a 9. And the guy with the crown on his head is the 10. So there's only 40 cards. So that's the 8, 9, and 10, or the, so to speak, the Jack, Queen, and King. Anyway, But we play a game called Scoba, which is one of my favorite games. But there's a bunch of other ones, Briscola and Tresette and all these other games that people play in Italy. But there's also, you know, you can play Rummy or Go Fish or whatever game it is that, you know, brings people together. Have a couple decks of cards on your table, you know, Thanksgiving after dinner with the coffee. Maybe get a couple card games going, and they're fun. And it's something where people have a common ground and nobody's, you know, picking any side more than, oh, I have a king and you only have an 8. You know, stuff that's not going to cause World War III. So, and it also brings a little bit of your heritage to your after dinner time when you're just trying to chill out and have some fun. So that's something that I want to offer to everybody today. Just find ways to come together at the table, at whatever. Don't talk politics at the table, please. Because whatever happens is going to happen now, and we're all in this together. So that's that. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And stay tuned, because we're going to be doing some other good things this week. And I'll let you know about the Pampered Chef Party, and I'll let you know about the kitchen challenge, which is going to be very soon. Okay? So y'all have a good day. Come around the table, enjoy some life together, and I will see you next time. Ciao.